Well, the best feeling is usually when it's Fridays because we bring you against all odds and we also look at what's going to be happening in the weekend as far as football games are concerned. I am Okon, I have Kelechi with me and it's against all odds. 6 games and 3 likely goal scorers. We're taking you through these ones. Alright guys, so our first game is the tie between Manchester City, who are away at Crystal Palace, Kelechi. I think it's going to be a City double chance.
Yes, you also look at the run of form of Crystal Palace themselves. Winless in their last 4, have not been able to beat City in their last 9 meetings. I think City has gotten past them in the last 9 of their 10 meetings. You look at that and say to yourself that with this kind of form, and also Pep Guardiola being unpredictable with the international break, you want to stay safe. A double chance will be what you want to stay with.
And in Spain, league champions Barcelona are up against Malaga. We're going for a Barcelona victory in this one.
I want to go with the run of form of this, the likes of Messi, Neymar, even Rakitic himself in the international break. You look at what these guys have done. Malaga have just beaten Barcelona once in their last 23 meetings. It's hard for me to see Malaga come to the Nou Camp to get a result against Barcelona. Maybe a safe draw would have been a safe bet, but I would want to go for a straight win for Barcelona.
Well, in France, we're looking at another league champion, that's PSG. They're up against Nantes and they have a brilliant record against Nantes. In fact, they've actually won their last 5 games against the bottom. They started struggling against relegation.
And also, if you go back to their last meeting last season, 4-1, 4-0, the scoreline between these two sides, the kind of form PSG are in, maybe it's not translating in Europe, but in the in the Ligue 1, PSG are forced to reckon with, and I think that would also work again. PSG at home. It's going to be hard to see Nantes get a result there.
Guys, we have 2 games in Italy, but let's start with the Crotone versus Torino fixture, and we're going with over 1.5.
Yes, and it's because of Belotti. Good international break, run of form in the Serie A has been nice. He's a top goal scorer. Torino themselves have been scoring goals for fun. Crotone themselves have been conceding goals for fun. It's hard for me not to see.
Only one of Torino's last 13 games has actually not seen them score, or has not seen more than 2 goals in that particular.
It's hard for me to see.
Crotone.
It's hard for me to see at least not 2 goals in that game. Yeah. So I'm not saying I'm the new seer or I see into the future, but I think 2 goals will be in that tie.
And guys, Juventus, the league champions, are up against Pescara, and we're going for a handicap. Juventus handicap, Kelechi. Now we're saying we're going to be seeing more than 2 goals from Juventus in that game.
I think the scoreline might look like something like 3-0, 2-0 or more. But I know Pescara.
Juventus have a fantastic record at home, Kelechi.
Yeah.
They haven't lost at home this season. In fact, that record stretches all the way to last season. That's how fantastic they are at home.
Yeah, some people will be saying to themselves, come on, this is Massimiliano Odo, coaching Pescara, a very good defender. But the truth is, I think Juventus playing at the Juve Arena are a demon, a white demon you can't stand with.
And our final game is the fixture in England, and that one is between Southampton and Liverpool, over 1.5. Liverpool are the Premier League's top scorer with 30 goals, and not just that, Kelechi, they score goals for fun.
They score goals for fun. The Coutinho, Firmino and Mane partnership has been something that the Premier League are yet to understand, their movement, and I think it's going to also happen against Southampton. I don't know who's going to win that game, but I think it's not too much to ask for 2 goals from that game.
And of course, Southampton have their own goal scorers, as well as those that provide the assists. Dusan Tadic, one of those high up there with assists from the start.
Charlie Austin, having wonderful goals.
Let's see how that one goes, Kelechi. But let's look at our goal scorers, guys. So, away from the games, Romelu Lukaku is going to grab in a goal for Everton, Kelechi, this weekend. He has a super goal record. Talking about Lukaku, he has 7 goals in the Premier League this season. Yeah,
Lukaku himself has been having fun. International break, he had a lot of fun. Swansea, I think the fact that Bradley has not been able to get his philosophy into the Swansea players might also cost them away to Everton. Everton were embarrassed by Chelsea. They would want to make good of this game.
And of course, our second goal scorer is Edison Cavani, League 1 top scorer with 11 goals.
Edison Cavani himself is having fun. It was an embarrassing outing against Chile in the international break, but he got a goal there. Yeah. I think he gets goals against the Nantes side, who I don't think have anything. I don't think they have what it takes to stand PSG. I think Edison Cavani would get a goal, get substituted early for the Champions League also.
And of course, guys, our final goal scorer happens to be Gonzalo Higuain. He's actually scored 2 in his last 3 games for Juventus. So we're actually betting on him getting a goal for Juventus against Pescara. I am Okon, he's Kelechi, and it's Dragon TV. Invite your friends to also subscribe so that they can actually join you in staking and all of that. Don't forget that nothing is cast in stone, but then of course, most of our predictions usually come through. 80 over 100 most of the time. Have yourselves a splendid and a great week ahead, and good luck.